Archangel Michael orders you now. A doctor hiding the truth was exposed in spirit. This won't happen again. The shocking truth about your health is here. The heavens have issued a command. Not tomorrow, not next week, but now. The sound of urgency echoes in the spirit, and Archangel Michael himself steps forward as the messenger of divine justice. The command is sharp, precise, and undeniable. Your eyes must be opened, your ears must awaken, and your heart must receive what heaven has revealed. For this hour carries a weight that cannot be delayed. A mystery has been uncovered. A trusted figure, a doctor cloaked in knowledge and authority, yet hiding the truth, has been exposed in the spirit. What was once hidden behind titles, credentials, and false assurances has now been brought into the open by the fire of heaven's light. No deception can remain veiled when Michael, the warrior of truth, unsheathes his sword. This exposure is not by human hands, but by divine order, and it has been revealed to you for a reason. This is not a random moment, nor a passing coincidence. This hour has been carved out by God for revelation, for awakening, and for the breaking of chains. What was whispered in secrecy is now shouted from the heavens, and you stand as a witness to this unveiling. It is a turning point, a holy disruption meant to bring clarity to your health, your destiny, and your walk in truth. But this word is not for all. It is for the chosen, for those whose spirit stirs as they hear. Many will hear the sound and turn away, but you, the awakened one, feel the weight of this moment pressing upon you. Heaven has drawn you to this message because your season of blindness has ended. Stillness, silence, and obedience are now demanded of you. For healing flows not in the noise of fear, but in the quiet surrender of faith. The shocking truth about your health has arrived, and it will not happen again that deception rules over your body or destiny. The time is now. Type "I am chosen" in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 1122 is now activated. Hear me now, for the heavens are not whispering, they are declaring with thunder. Archangel Michael, the guardian of truth, the defender of the faithful, stands before you with a sword unsheathed. His command pierces through the noise of confusion, calling you to attention, calling you to alignment. This is not a soft suggestion. This is a divine order for your health, for your spirit, and for your destiny. Before this week ends, something must shift. Your health cannot remain as it is. Your spirit cannot linger in half-light, and your destiny cannot be delayed by deception any longer. Heaven has marked this moment as critical, and Michael has been dispatched as the one to cut through the veil of lies. A betrayal has been revealed, a hidden plot, concealed behind the face of authority. A doctor, entrusted to safeguard lives, has not spoken the fullness of truth. Yet in the spirit, nothing is hidden. The lies of men may deceive for a time, but before the gaze of heaven, every secret is exposed. Do you feel the weight of this moment pressing on your heart? Do you sense that this is no ordinary message? That is because this word interrupts your life for a reason. It is not entertainment. It is not coincidence. It is a divine disruption. The Spirit chose this moment to reveal what was concealed, because delay could no longer be permitted. You are being positioned to know, to see, and to rise. Not everyone will hear this message the way you do. Some will scroll past, shrug, or dismiss it. But not you. Your spirit recognizes truth when it comes, even when it comes with mystery, even when it comes wrapped in urgency. You feel the stirring, the unsettling, the trembling in your inner being, because you are set apart. The Lord does not waste revelation. He delivers it into the hands of those prepared to receive, those appointed for awakening, those chosen to carry truth into the next season. That is why this message found you. Michael speaks now. Do not be afraid of what is revealed. Do not tremble at the thought of hidden betrayal. Instead, lift your head, for exposure is the beginning of deliverance. What was hidden against you is now being turned for you. The lies cannot bind you any longer. The schemes of darkness cannot prosper when the light of heaven has broken through. You are being called to obedience, not to fear. You are being summoned into stillness, not into panic. The order is simple but strong. Prepare your heart, incline your ear, and remain steadfast. Before the week comes to a close, you will see evidence. It may arrive as a dream. It may unfold as a sign. It may come through a voice you did not expect. But the Spirit assures you, confirmation is on its way. The heavens are speaking, and Michael is commanding. Align yourself now, for the battle is already shifting in your favor. The truth about your health, your spirit, and your destiny is breaking through. Type "I am protected" in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 1414 is now surrounding you. There is a mystery unfolding, a disruption in the atmosphere, a shaking in the unseen. The Spirit has revealed betrayal, not in the way the world often thinks of betrayal, but in a hidden manner, subtle yet devastating. A doctor, one entrusted with knowledge and power, has observed, recorded, and calculated, yet never spoke the fullness of truth. You were examined, but not fully informed. You were studied, but not fully healed. They knew fragments of what was wrong, but withheld the fullness of what heaven already understood about your body, your mind, and your soul. And now the Spirit pulls back the veil. Can you feel the unease? The subtle suspicion rising within you, the questions that echo late at night when the room grows silent. That unease is not paranoia, it is discernment. It is the Holy Spirit stirring you to awareness, drawing your attention to the gaps, to the missing pieces, to the things left unsaid. For too long, you have accepted the half-truths of men in white coats, but now heaven says, no more. The fullness of truth belongs to you. The disruption of your peace, the strange restlessness in your body, the unanswered questions in your mind, these are not random. They are signals, divine alerts planted in your spirit. The confusion you felt is not weakness, but an awakening. You have been walking through shadows, but the light has now broken in. What others could not explain, heaven is explaining. What others concealed, Michael has unveiled. The Spirit says, they told you what was convenient, not what was complete. They spoke what would calm you, not what would free you. What I, the Lord, do not reveal to calm, I reveal to deliver. I do not whisper to soothe. I shout to awaken. This is why your emotions have been stirred. This is why you feel the tension rising within you, why you sense that something is being decided in the heavens even as you sit and listen. Let your questions remain. Let your discomfort grow. Because in the realm of mystery, faith begins to sharpen. Do not resist the unease. Embrace it, for it is the doorway to truth. The betrayal was real, the concealment undeniable, but what matters now is that the heavens have spoken. The enemy thought silence would bury your destiny, but the Spirit has torn the silence apart. And now you must ask yourself, why did this come to me now? Why, at this moment, has the truth been revealed? The answer is simple, because the time of your awakening has come. This will not happen again. The lies will not rule your health again. The deception will not control your destiny again. Archangel Michael stands guard, and the Spirit of truth surrounds you. Type "I am awakened" in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 7777 is now active over your life. Just as heaven has unveiled truth to you in this hour, I invite you to step into partnership with this mission of light. Every seed you sow helps this word reach souls who are waiting, souls who are bound in deception, and souls who are desperate for deliverance. The Lord says, "Those who sow in tears will reap in joy," and your giving becomes the river that carries truth into hidden places. I hear this in my spirit. This is not about supporting me. This is about fueling heaven's assignment through you. When you give, whether through YouTube Super Thanks, channel membership, or by sowing directly through PayPal in the description below, you are declaring, "I am a vessel of light. I am part of this awakening." And heaven responds with increase, for every act of faith unlocks multiplied blessing. The oil flows where obedience flows. The fire falls where sacrifice is made. This moment is prophetic. Your act of giving is not random. It is divine. So I speak blessing over your seed. May it return to you as health, as strength, as clarity, as open doors. Do not delay. Act now, for your giving is part of the prophecy unfolding in this very hour. Now, let us continue. Hear me clearly now. What has been revealed about the doctor, about the concealment, about the betrayal, is not merely flesh and blood at work. This is deeper. This is higher. This is spiritual. The lies spoken over your health were not just medical decisions. They were strategies in the unseen realm. The delay in your healing, the clouding of your clarity, the unanswered questions that tormented you, these were not accidents. They were orchestrated attacks, subtle but destructive, designed to weaken your body so that your spirit would falter and your destiny would be delayed. The Spirit says, you are not sick by accident. You are not confused by coincidence. You are under attack because of your calling. Understand this truth. The enemy does not waste his resources on those who pose no threat. If you were ordinary, the deception would not matter. If you carried no purpose, there would be no reason to hide truth from you. But because you are chosen, because you are anointed, because heaven has marked you for impact, your health became the battleground. But do not fear, for the battleground has shifted. The conflict was never only about your body, it was about your assignment. And Archangel Michael has entered the war on your behalf. His sword is drawn, his shield is raised, and his presence declares to every unseen enemy, enough. The silence that once suffocated you is being broken. The lies that once clouded your mind are being torn down. This season is a test of your faith. Will you bow in fear to the reports of men, or will you rise in trust toward the promises of God? Will you panic at the diagnosis of flesh, or will you cling to the declaration of heaven? For the word is living, no weapon formed against you shall prosper. And though men may conceal, though doctors may hide, nothing is hidden from the eyes of the Lord. He sees, he knows, he reveals, and he redeems. Yes, the betrayal stings. Yes, the concealment shakes your trust. But do not be deceived into despair. This exposure is not your end, it is your turning point. The enemy struck at your health, but heaven has turned it into a signal of your elevation. The very place of attack becomes the very stage of testimony. What the adversary meant to weaken will now strengthen you. What was meant to silence will now awaken your voice. Look again at the battle. It is not you who fights alone. It is heaven fighting with you, through you, and for you. The angels have taken their positions. The Spirit has lifted his banner. Michael himself goes forth to confront the forces that dared to touch your destiny. This is no longer about what a doctor did or did not say. This is about what God is declaring over you right now. And his word is final. His truth is eternal. His justice cannot be overturned. So rise. Rise in faith, rise in courage, rise in authority. For the conflict is spiritual, but so is your victory. Nothing concealed shall remain hidden. Nothing stolen shall remain lost. The conflict is real, but the outcome is already written. You win. Type "I am victorious" in the comments if you received this message. Blessing code 8888 is now active and surrounding you. Hear the word of the Lord through Archangel Michael, the one who concealed truth, the one who withheld revelation, the one who thought secrecy could protect them, is already being confronted in the Spirit. Heaven has summoned them to account. What was hidden in shadows is now dragged into the light. There is no refuge for deceit when the sword of truth has been released. Mark this moment with trembling and with faith. Within 72 hours, a sign will come. Whether by dream that interrupts your sleep, by message that pierces your thoughts, or by sign that appears before your eyes, you will know that heaven has spoken. This is not a vague stirring. This is not imagination. This is heaven's appointment set on your calendar. You cannot stop it, and you cannot deny it when it comes. The Spirit of God has determined that clarity must arrive now. Do you feel the pressure in your spirit, that tightening, that urgency you cannot shake? That is the atmosphere of prophecy pressing into your life. Something is moving against those who plotted in silence, something beyond human hands, something beyond earthly courts. The judgment of heaven is swift, and the scales are being corrected in your favor. You have cried for answers, you have longed for clarity, and now the heavens respond with urgency. The clock of divine justice has already started ticking. The truth about your health, cannot be delayed any longer. The truth about your destiny cannot be hidden any longer. No man, no system, no authority can stop what has been ordered in heaven. The command has already gone forth, and the angels are executing it. Even now, the Spirit is pulling away layers of deception, breaking the fog from your mind, strengthening your body, and clearing the path before your steps. But hear this warning. Do not ignore the signs when they arrive. Do not dismiss the dreams. Do not overlook the small details. Do not wave away the whisper in your spirit. For heaven will not shout twice when it has spoken once. The next 72 hours are a proving ground. Will you hear? Will you discern? Will you obey? Or will you allow the distractions of this world to silence the voice of God? The Spirit says, I am not delayed. I am not distant. I move now. I expose now. I deliver now. What was once hidden in the chambers of deceit is now being overturned in the courts of heaven. You will see the shift. You will sense the movement. You will know the difference. The betrayal that once pressed down upon you will become the testimony that lifts you up. This is the warning, but it is also the assurance. The truth is breaking forth, and it cannot be stopped. Stand ready. Keep your spirit awake. The revealing is at hand, and your deliverance is near. Type I am ready in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing Ode 4444 is now surrounding your life and your health. Be still now, for the Spirit is speaking. Do not rush, do not panic, do not let the noise of this world drown out the voice of heaven. Archangel Michael has been dispatched, and his command is clear. You are not to fight this battle in your own strength. Your role is not to strive, but to stand. Your role is not to shout, but to be silent. For when you remain still, heaven fights louder than any voice you could raise. The Spirit says, withdraw from the noise. Step back from the chaos. Retreat from the opinions of men who do not carry the revelation of God. You have listened long enough to their reports, to their speculations, to their half-truths. Now is the time to listen only to the sound of heaven. Silence will be your shield. Stillness will be your fortress. Obedience will be your weapon. Michael fights for you, even now. His sword pierces the darkness that tried to veil your health. His shield blocks the arrows of confusion that tried to strike your mind. While you remain silent, he speaks on your behalf. While you stand still, he moves in authority. This is why you are instructed not to panic, not to argue, not to explain yourself endlessly to those who cannot understand. Heaven does not need your debate. Heaven requires your agreement. Speak only what heaven has spoken. Declare only what the Spirit has revealed. Let your words be weapons of light, not echoes of fear. Say within yourself, no lie can live in my body. No scheme can prosper against my destiny. No deception will rule my future. Say it until it becomes the rhythm of your spirit, until it burns through every shadow of doubt. Your words must align with heaven's words, for agreement is the key that unlocks protection. The Spirit whispers, trust me. Rest in me. Do not lean on what your eyes see or your ears hear. Lean only on my word. For when you are silent, heaven roars. When you are still, angels move. When you trust, the shield of divine protection rises around you like a wall of fire. This is not passivity. This is warfare through surrender. This is battle fought not with striving, but with faith. The truth that was hidden is already being uncovered. The health that was attacked is already being restored. The destiny that was delayed is already being accelerated. Your obedience and silence secures your victory in the Spirit. Michael fights. The Lord commands, and you are covered. No weapon, no scheme, no lie can override what heaven has decreed over you. So withdraw from the voices of doubt. Turn down the volume of fear. Let silence speak louder than panic. For in the quiet, you will hear the assurance of God. I am your healer. I am your defender. I am your truth. Type I am covered in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 9,999 now surrounds your body, your mind, and your spirit. Hear the word of the Lord. You are not broken. You are being remade. The lies spoken over your health were meant to crush you, but instead, they are becoming the fire that refines you. What the enemy designed as a weapon against your body, heaven has repurposed as a tool for your awakening. You are not a victim of hidden hands. You are the chosen vessel being shaped by unseen glory. Archangel Michael declares, the chains have fallen. The deception is broken. You will no longer live beneath the shadow of fear. This is the hour of your rising. The pain you felt was not a tomb, it was a womb. The betrayal you endured was not the end, it was the beginning. Every attack against you is now becoming proof of your significance. Every shadow you walk through is now becoming the backdrop for the light that shines within you. Do not see yourself as weak, for weakness has been shattered. See yourself as fire, for fire cannot be contained. See yourself as wings, for wings cannot be bound. See yourself as light, for light cannot be hidden. The enemy tried to convince you that you were fragile, but the Spirit of God says you are unbreakable. The enemy whispered that you were fading, but the voice of heaven thunders, you are rising. You are not at the mercy of men. You are not at the mercy of their silence, their lies, or their withheld truths. You stand in the mercy of God, which is stronger, greater, and eternal. The plot that surrounded you was never greater than the hand that covers you. The report of men is temporary, but the decree of heaven is everlasting. You must now embrace the identity of strength, for strength has been released into your spirit. This is your transformation. What once made you tremble will now cause you to stand. What once made you cry will now make you roar. What once weakened your body will now fortify your faith. Your tears were seeds, and now the harvest of joy begins to spring forth. This disruption, this exposure, this shaking, it was all the breaking of chains that tried to hold you back. Now heaven proclaims, you are free. You are strong. You are chosen. You do not walk forward as one who survived. You walk forward as one who has been remade, reborn, and empowered. Every lie that touched your body, every shadow that darkened your path, is now fuel for the fire of your testimony. And when you speak, others will rise. When you declare, others will awaken. When you shine, others will see the light. The enemy has lost his grit. The lie has lost its power. The sickness has lost its hold. The silence of man is no longer your prison. You are stepping into your new season, and nothing, no authority, no scheme, no force can stop it. Type "I am rising" in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 1212 is now released into your life as strength, courage, and empowerment. Listen now with the ears of your spirit, for heaven reveals what eyes could not see and what men dared not speak. The reason the hidden truth has surfaced is not random, not accidental, not coincidental. It is because your next level requires clarity, healing, and freedom. The veil was torn not to expose you, but to release you. The lies that surrounded your health were never powerful enough to destroy you, but they were strong enough to delay you. Heaven has declared, delay no more. You must understand, beloved, that when heaven exposes, it is because promotion has arrived. When Michael draws his sword, it is not to frighten, but to clear the path. This revelation is not punishment, it is preparation. The Spirit of God has written your name in the record of destiny, and that record now reads, healed, delivered, restored, and equipped. What was once concealed is now light, and light will not hide again. The prophetic truth resounds. You are stepping into alignment with divine order. The lies were distractions. The silence was bondage, but the truth is your doorway into strength. This is not just about health in the body. This is health in the spirit, clarity in the mind, and awakening in the soul. Heaven waited until this hour to bring it forth, because only now are you ready to carry the weight of revelation. Only now are you prepared to rise without fear, to walk without hesitation, and to speak without trembling. Do you feel it? The unlocking has begun. The chains that tied your understanding are falling. The fog that clouded your vision is lifting. Your spirit is aligning with what heaven already decreed long before this moment. You shall live and not die. You shall rise and not fall. You shall shine and not be hidden. The doctor's silence was not the final authority. The Spirit's voice is. And his voice now thunders across your destiny. You are free. This is your hour of unveiling. Heaven has not overlooked you. Heaven has not forgotten you. The fire that has surrounded you was not to burn you down, but to burn away what could no longer remain. The doors are opening, the pathways are clearing, and the strength you thought was gone is being restored in double measure. You are standing in the fulfillment of prophecy, the moment when truth and destiny collide. Type "I am revealed" in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 5555 is now flowing into your spirit and aligning your body with divine truth. As heaven reveals truth to you, I feel led to invite you into the same work of revelation for others. Every time you sow into this mission, you are not just giving. You are planting seeds of awakening into lives still trapped in deception. The word declares, "Give, and it shall be given unto you, pressed down, shaken together, and running over." When you pour into this river, heaven pours back into you. I speak this boldly. Your act of giving becomes oil on the lamps of this ministry, so the flame never dies. It becomes manna for the hungry, light for the lost, and strength for the weary. When you use SuperThinks, join as a member, or sow directly through PayPal in the description, you are saying, "Lord, let your truth reach one more soul through me." This is not a suggestion. This is an opportunity to step into prophetic obedience. Your giving is not charity, it is warfare. It is declaration. It is alignment. And I release a blessing over every seed. May your harvest be multiplied. May your clarity increase. And may your family see the reward of your obedience. Now, we continue deeper into this revelation the Spirit now declares. This is the hour of activation. This is the moment when revelation becomes movement, when truth becomes transformation, when exposure becomes empowerment. You are not called to simply hear this word and let it pass. You are called to act, to rise, to declare, to align. Heaven waits for your agreement, for until you speak, until you declare, until you take your rightful stand, the fullness of your destiny cannot unlock. Listen closely. Your health aligns when your words align. Your body responds when your spirit commands. Speak this over yourself. My body aligns, my mind clears, my spirit rises. Do not whisper it in doubt, declare it in faith. Heaven has already released the decree, but the earth waits for your voice to echo it. You must partner with the word, for heaven will not force what you must willingly embrace. The Spirit asks, will you retreat into fear? Or will you rise into purpose? Will you accept the half-truths of men, or will you embrace the whole truth of God? This is the dividing line. This is the moment of choice. For you cannot walk in revelation and remain in silence. You cannot receive empowerment and remain in weakness. You must stand. And when you stand, the heavens will stand with you. Understand this. Your destiny is not fragile. It cannot be destroyed by lies. It cannot be overturned by doctors, by systems, or by hidden agendas. Your destiny is anchored in the eternal will of God, sealed by His Spirit and guarded by His angels. The attacks on your health were never about sickness. They were about silencing your purpose. But now the silence is broken. Now your voice must rise. You are chosen not just to survive, but to awaken others. When you declare truth, you release light into your family. When you step into strength, you release courage into those around you. When you rise into purpose, you shatter the chains of those still bound. Your activation is not only for you. It is for every life connected to you, for every soul tied to your destiny. So do not delay. Do not retreat. Do not doubt. Rise into the fullness of what heaven has prepared. Stand in the authority of one who knows the truth, one who has seen the light, one who carries the mark of heaven upon their life. Your body shall recover, your spirit shall rise, your mind shall clear, and your destiny shall unfold. This is not your ending, this is your awakening. The Spirit thunders. What was hidden is now revealed. What was delayed is now accelerated. What was weakened is now strengthened. Rise, for your time has come. Type "I am activated" in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 2323 is now flowing into your destiny, aligning your path with heaven's decree. Now hear this mystery, for while your eyes see one thing and your ears hear another, there is a transaction taking place in the spirit. What the enemy thought he stole from you, heaven is demanding back. What was hidden from you in silence, heaven is now speaking loudly. What was weakened in your body is being restored in strength. You may not yet see it with your natural eyes, but in the unseen, a divine exchange is underway. In the night hours, when you sleep and when you rest, the angels of the Lord move on your behalf. They are writing, recording, and restoring. They are shifting documents in the spirit that were marked against you. They are overturning decrees that men wrote in silence, but heaven never approved. Michael, the Archangel of War and Truth, has stepped into the courts of heaven to present your case. He is saying, this one belongs to the Lord. This one carries destiny. This one cannot be silenced by lies. And the judge of all creation nods in agreement. It is done. Do you sense it? The unease you have carried, the restlessness that stirred within you, was not random anxiety. It was your spirit detecting the exchange. You felt the shifting, you felt the pulling, you felt the strange weight because heaven was busy working on your behalf. The silence you thought was abandonment was actually activity. God was moving when you thought nothing was happening. The transaction was being written, the record was being changed, the restoration was already in motion. The Spirit says, I am trading your confusion for clarity. I am trading your weakness for strength. I am trading your delay for acceleration. I am trading your sorrow for joy. I am trading your hidden sickness for revealed healing. What was taken in silence is being returned with the voice of thunder. This is the silent exchange of heaven, where what the enemy tried to steal is commanded to be released. Even now, your body is responding to this shift. Cells are aligning, thoughts are clearing, burdens are lifting. What was heavy is being lightened. What was broken is being mended. What was clouded is becoming sharp. You may not understand how, you may not see when, but heaven assures you that the exchange is complete. The angels have signed it. Michael has sealed it. The Lord has decreed it. This is why you cannot go back to fear. This is why you cannot let doubt rule your mind. The transaction has already been made, and you are now living under a new decree. The silence of men will no longer control you, for the sound of heaven is greater. The hidden hands of deception have lost their grip, for the hand of God has taken hold. So rest, beloved. Rest in the knowledge that while you sleep, angels move. While you breathe, heaven records. While you trust, God restores. The silent exchange has already happened, and you will walk into the evidence in due time. Type "I am restored" in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 3131 is now alive over your life, marking the divine exchange of heaven on your behalf. The Lord speaks now through His messenger. Justice is here. The deception of men does not go unanswered. The betrayal of silence does not remain unchallenged. The false coverings, the hidden words, the deliberate withholding of truth, all of it is now being weighed on the scales of heaven. And heaven declares, the balance is shifting. What was turned against you is being turned back in your favor. Hear this clearly. No lie can stand in the presence of God's light. No scheme can prosper when exposed to the fire of Michael's sword. The silence that once suffocated your peace is now becoming the platform for your testimony. Those who thought they could bury truth beneath credentials and titles will watch the truth rise higher than their deception. The very weapons they formed against you are now turned back upon themselves. The very shadows they used to confuse you are now consuming them. For God restores with reversal. He exchanges lies for truth, confusion for clarity, sickness for strength, delay for acceleration, despair for joy. Every time the enemy pressed you down, heaven was preparing to lift you up higher. Every moment you cried in silence became a record in heaven, and now those tears are being converted into breakthrough. Justice is not delayed, it is unfolding even as you hear these words. The Spirit says, I have seen the injustice. I have heard the silence. I have recorded the deception. And now I move. What men tried to conceal, God reveals. What they tried to hold back, He releases. What they thought was hidden forever is being shouted across the heavens. You are not forgotten. You are not abandoned. You are not left behind. You are covered by the eternal justice of the Lord Almighty. Do not fear those who deceived you. Do not tremble at their silence. Their power was temporary, but your destiny is eternal. Their words may have confused, but God's word brings clarity. Their concealment may have delayed, but God's revelation accelerates. The reversal is already at hand, and soon you will see the evidence of it with your own eyes. The tables are turning. The scales are evening. The hand of God is writing over the plans of men. And every plot, every whisper, every hidden report is being overturned by the fire of truth. You will not walk in shadows anymore. You will not live beneath the weight of deception anymore. You are rising into justice. You are stepping into restoration. You are walking into light. So lift your head. Straighten your back. Declare with faith, the scales are shifting in my favor. Justice is mine. Restoration is mine. Reversal is mine. And as you declare it, heaven seals it. For the decree of God is unshakable, and His justice is unstoppable. Type I am justified in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 1919 is now surrounding your life, marking the reversal of every hidden scheme against you. Beloved, hear the voice of heaven one last time in this message. You are free. The shocking truth has been unveiled, the betrayal has been exposed, and the silence that once held you captive has been shattered by the roar of God's justice. Archangel Michael has stood at your side, sword raised, declaring over your life that deception shall not rule you again. What was once hidden has now been revealed, and what was once used to bind you is now broken forever. Peace now flows into your body like a river. Light now floods your mind like the rising sun. Protection now surrounds your steps like a shield of fire. The heavens have spoken, and their decree is final. You are sealed, you are seen, and you are sent. You are no longer one who wanders in confusion. You are one who walks in clarity. You are no longer bound by fear. You are one who rises in courage. The time of trembling is over. The time of doubting is done. From this day forward, walk in the freedom that has been secured for you. Take no thought for the lies of men, for the truth of heaven has spoken louder. Do not look back to what was hidden, for it is now powerless. Fix your eyes on what is revealed, for in revelation lies your restoration. So I speak this blessing over you now. Peace be upon you. Strength be within you. Fire be around you. Protection be over you. Healing be yours. Clarity be yours. Justice be yours. You are covered. You are empowered. You are chosen. Walk now in truth. Walk now in freedom. Walk now in destiny. Rise, child of light. Rise, chosen one. Rise, for the shocking truth that once threatened you has become your testimony of triumph. You are free, and you are ready. Type "I am free" in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing toward 2020 is now released over your life as a seal of final victory. As we close this powerful word, I invite you to join hands with this mission of light. Every video, every message, every prophetic release is not about me. It is about souls waiting for the truth that just reached you. When you sow into this work, you are sowing into awakening. You are becoming part of the river of living water that carries freedom to those who are still bound in silence and deception. The Lord declares, those who refresh others will themselves be refreshed. When you give through YouTube Super Thanks, channel membership, or through the PayPal link in the description, you are placing oil on this altar, ensuring that the fire of revelation never goes out. Your seed is not just support, it is prophecy in motion. It says to heaven, use me to unlock truth for another soul. Do not wait. Do not delay. This is not a suggestion. It is a summons. Your obedience releases blessing. Your generosity releases acceleration, and your sacrifice becomes a key for doors you have been waiting to open. I speak this over every giver. May your body be strengthened. May your mind be sharpened. May your family walk in divine covering, and may your harvest overflow. Stand with me in this mission. Let us carry truth together into the nations. Your seed is your weapon. Your giving is your declaration. Your obedience is your victory.